Hey, I'm Fani Kandula and I want to ask you something. Have you ever made the same type of mistake multiple times? Maybe it's career decisions. You keep choosing jobs that look good on paper but leave you miserable 6 months in. Or fitness. You start strong, but by week 3, the whole thing collapses. Or learning. You buy courses, start projects, but never actually finish them. Here is what's interesting. Most advice tells you the problem is motivation, discipline, or willpower. But what if that's wrong? What if the real problem is that you're using the wrong thinking process? That's what this channel is about. I'm going to show you a systematic way to think about decisions that actually works, not theory, but something you can use today. It's called the 4 moves, and it's going to change how you approach every major decision in your life. Let's dive in. Here is the pattern I see everywhere. Someone faces a decision. Let's say it's should I change careers? They think about it, they research, they ask friends, they make pros and cons list. And then they either pick the first option that feels right, go with what worked for someone else, or they get paralyzed and do nothing. Sounds familiar? Now here is the kicker. 6 months later, they are stuck again. Different decision, same feeling. The problem isn't the specific choice. The problem is how they are thinking about their choices. Most people don't have a systematic way to think. They just think and hope that it works out. But thinking is a skill. And like any skill, there are better and worse ways to do it. That's what this channel teaches, a systematic way to think that you can apply to any decision. Before I show you the better way, let me show you 3 approaches that seem like they should work but don't. Approach number 1, the research trap. You think if I just gather enough information, the right answer will become obvious. So you research and research and research some more. But here is what happens. More information doesn't lead to clarity. It leads to overwhelm. You end up with 47 browser tabs, 3 comparison spreadsheets, and less clarity than when you started. Why is that? Because information isn't the problem, your thinking process is. Approach number 2, the best practices illusion. You think, I'll just do what successful people do. So you copy their morning routine, their productivity system, their career path. But here is what happens. What works for them doesn't work for you. Why is that? Because they are in a different context with different strengths, different constraints, and different goals. You are trying to run someone else's operating system on your hardware. It doesn't work. Approach number 3, the gut feeling gamble. You think, I'll just go with my intuition, and sometimes that works. But other times, your gut leads you straight into the same mistake you made last time. Why? Because intuition is pattern recognition. And if you haven't developed good patterns, your intuition will be systematically biased. So if these don't work, what does? What you need is a thinking system, a repeatable process that you can apply to any decision. The system has 4 core moves. Think of them like moves in chess. Each one is simple, but when you combine them, you can handle intricate situations. Let me show you what they are. Move number 1, parallel tracks. Instead of committing to your first idea, you develop multiple options simultaneously. The keyword is simultaneously, not one after another. Why? Because when you develop options in sequence, you get commitment bias. Your first idea gets a head start and everything else is compared to it. But when you develop them in parallel, giving each equal time and attention, you choose based on merit, not timing. Let's take an example. Instead of deciding between stay in my job or quit, you generate 4 tracks: stay and optimize, internal transfer, new job, same industry, career pivot. Now develop all 4 equally, then choose the best one. Move number 2, pattern extraction. Instead of treating every situation as unique, you extract patterns from your past success and apply them to new situations. Most people reinvent the wheel every time. Systematic thinkers build a pattern library. Let's take an example. You realize every time you have successfully changed a habit, you did 3 things: attach it to an existing routine, made it ridiculously easy at first, and had external accountability. Now you have a pattern. You can apply that to any habit, and you don't have to figure it out from scratch every time. Move number 3, forward time travel. Instead of choosing based on how options feel now, you project them forward in time. The question isn't what do I want today? It's which option will I be glad I chose in 3 years. This is how you choose what compounds instead of what feels urgent. For example, option A gives you immediate income. Option B builds a skill that will pay off later. Forward time travel asks which creates the future you actually want. Move number 4, backward time travel. Instead of solving problems at surface level, you trace them back to their root cause. Most people treat symptoms. Systematic thinkers solve root causes. Let's take an example. Your fitness plan keeps failing. Most people think, I need more discipline. Backward time travel asks, why does it keep failing? Not just once. Why? 5 times in a row. And you trace it back. Oh, I keep designing plans that require time I don't actually have. The problem is not discipline, it's unrealistic planning. Different diagnosis, different solution. Those are the four moves. And here is what's powerful. You can use them individually or combine them for complex decisions. In future videos, I am going to show you exactly how to apply each move with real scenarios, step by step processes, and examples you can use today. Here is the big insight. Better decisions don't come from gathering more information. They don't come from copying what worked for someone else. They don't come from trusting your gut more. They come from having a systematic way to think. And once you have that system, everything changes. You stop feeling stuck. You stop second guessing yourself. You stop making the same mistakes over and over. Not because you are smarter or more motivated, but because you are thinking systematically. And that's trainable. That's learnable, and that's what this channel teaches. Now, here is what I want you to do next. I have created something called the Systematic Thinking Scorecard. It's a free 5-minute diagnostic that shows you two things. First, which of your four moves you already use naturally. You might be great at pattern extraction, but never used backward time travel, or vice versa. Second, where is your biggest growth opportunity? What's the one move that if you developed it, you would have the biggest impact on your decisions? The scorecard is completely free. It takes about 5 minutes and you will get personalized insights immediately. You can get it at your4moves.com/scorecard. The link is right in the description below. And if you want to go deeper, I wrote a book on this. Your 4 moves. Upgrade your mental operating system. It walks through each move in detail with dozens of real world applications. But start with the scorecard, find out how you think, then come back and watch the videos on the moves where you want to grow. Sounds good? All right, this is our first video. In the next video, I'm going to do a deep dive on parallel tracks, how to develop multiple options simultaneously so you stop getting stuck choosing between two bad choices. I will show you the exact process with a real career decision scenario you can follow step by step. If you found this useful, hit subscribe so you don't miss it. And again, take the Systematic Thinking Scorecard at your4moves.com. It's free, it takes 5 minutes, and it will show you exactly where to focus for your growth. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.